Hello everyone. I'm in the woods today of a family friend. I was hoping that it would be a sea of purple and blue because the bluebells I thought would be out, but they're not. So I've just chosen a kindly beech tree to sit under. Beech, very much the tree of my holiday. Keeper of written knowledge, and of course Tara is written knowledge. We have the Lewellen Tara here, which is from the Mabinogion. So I thought we'd pull some cards. It is the second new moon of the month, so they call it a black moon because of course there would be two dark moons. It is the 29th today, tomorrow is the 1st, so it's Beltane Eve. And Beltane in paganism, Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, it will be Samhain, Halloween. But it is a time to step into your own creativity. Whatever that may be, whether you want children, whether you don't want children, and you want to create a masterpiece. Musically, artistically, creatively, the beech tree holds written knowledge because the first books were created from her. But even if it's something little, something that's not completely awe-inspiring, you may just want to create more joy around yourself, and that's fine. But it is supposed to be one of the best manifestations times of the year, and we won't have this for about another 20 years apparently. So as I shuffle, I'd like you to spread your roots out of your feet and feel them merging in with the beautiful tree roots of the beech behind me. Now, if we're lucky, we will see a deer. I've already seen rabbits gambling around and chasing each other. And I have spotted deer in here before. So take a breath in now that you're feeling a little bit more centered, and then just release any pent-up energy. Take another breath in and release anything you don't need again, and then a final breath in and relax into it. And I want you to imagine a shaft of sunlight beaming down upon you and enshrouding you in protection, in love and light and abundance. And it may have been that you've had a bit of a tough month, or it may have been all right. We'll pull 3 cards. So just blow on the card and let's ask the guides, the fairies, the Arthur. What does everybody need right at this moment? I'm not even going to look at it yet. What else do we all need at this moment? And what is the last thing we need to know at this moment? Ah, wonderful. We have, first of all, we have the Lady of the Fountain. We have justice. Justice The woman with the sword also holding the scales. Something needs to come back into balance, but you will probably need to cut those things away, sever those ties for you to get justice and balance. Now, beautiful colours of this, and it looks like she could be in front of a beech tree. She also has the peacock feathers. So whether that is Hera from Greek legend, because of course Greek legends did morph into our legends, and in fact the Greek who held the sword is Minerva or Athena, but I think that these peacock feathers could stand for protection. So if you are fighting for something that you need justice with, it could even be some emotions over yourself, you know. Maybe you're worried all the time, and maybe you just want to get balance over that and conquer that anxiety. Just now feel as the Lady of the Fountain cuts that away from you. Let it fall away. Let's just cutting all that fear, cutting all that anxiety, cutting that need to control things away. And then just imagine that she takes this and she holds it under that fountain of renewal energy, and she bathes you within it, soothes you in the fresh running water of justice and renewal. The chains that fettered you will no longer fetter you, and just remember to ask the Lady of the Fountain to keep helping you, because sometimes these things are daily battles, little battles within ourself and our psyche. You also have the Celtic Cross down there. And whatever you think about the Christian system, the cross is a balance, isn't it? There's only 3 parts there, so you need to unearth the final piece so that you can balance yourself. And incidentally, the tree that we are under now, the beech tree, is a protective tree. It was said to protect anyone who took shelter under its branches, because the branches of the really elderly ones almost reach the ground. And it is also said that a prayer whispered up under the branches would be taken straight to the heavens. So I'm sitting beneath this now, and I'm going to reach out and put a hand on your shoulder, and I want you to make your wishes. And a wish is essentially a prayer up to the heavens and to the justice, however you see that, whatever God you see that as. Take a breath in and will it, and we ask the fairy folk and the guides to help with that. Now we have the 4 of Pentacles. You have wealth, you have abundance, but are you being a little bit selfish with it? Feet are holding tight on them. One shielding your solar plexus and one at your head. Is all you can think about money at the moment. Maybe times are difficult. In fact, we know they're difficult. Cost of living going up and everything. But if you can spare a little bit for people who need help around you, it is always good, and it will always help you in ways you do not understand. You may need to divide things up. Look at that. This gentleman has his 3 houses, doesn't he? His 3 castles. You may need to divvy things up. Really have a look at your finances. Work out what you can cut back on. Work out if you can spare any charity this month, even if it's, a tin of Heinz beans. That time that you see someone begging in the shop doorway, go and get them a coffee or a burger or something. or even ask what they need. They may need some toiletries, especially if they're women who are homeless. You know, charity of any kind is good for the soul. It's good for the person who receives, but it's also good for your soul as well. And it frees you up. It helps you see that things are not always just for me, myself, and I. Making those lists, consolidating your interests, and working out what you can spare and what you can't spare. Okay. So next few weeks, start doing that. You know, it may be that you wish and you wish and you wish and you manifest for everyone to have enough. So I want you now just to think, what can I give to others? You know, maybe it's something immaterial. Maybe it's your time. You know, maybe it's that single mother that you know is run ragged and hasn't got time for herself. Offer to take our children to the park to give her time. It doesn't always have to be money, does it? So being a little bit more generous with things. And even being a bit generous with yourself, but not being frivolous, working out what portions of your life need to be paid for, and what can be held back, and what can be gifted to others. Maybe you just need to have a sort through your wardrobe and take some clothes to the charity shop. Okay. So let's make that pledge to ourselves to sort through things and to give away what we don't need anymore, and to think ahead a little bit about what we need for what sections of our life. Okay. And the last one we pulled, the Knight of Swords, galloping to the rescue on the white trusty steed, sword in the air. This is the air element. Now this could either be a friend coming to the aid of you, or it could be yourself moving forward in life, thrusting through, slashing, cutting those things out of your way, but using the intelligence that you have, not just to blindly slash your way through. The horse has his best foot forward. You have to hold tight. You also have to steer the horse, otherwise the horse just runs amok. So, using that intelligence, holding the reins and guiding it well, firmly, sword pointing forward and cutting through that air. Does this come back to the justice? Have you got court cases coming up? If you have, I would say those were favourable. In fact, all of these three cards could be favourable to a court case, couldn't they? So if you have one of those coming up, know that justice is on your side. He kind of looks like the Hierophant, doesn't he? Probably not as wise. And the allies coming to your rescue, helping you to move forward in your life. Intelligence, intelligence, intelligence. Grant us great intelligence is what the Hindus say, Sarasvati. So asking for that intelligence and that discernment to know what to cut out and to not know what to cut out. Moving forward, consolidating your lists and your ideas and giving away what you no longer need, and asking the lady from the fountain, Lady of the Fountain, for that justice, and she came out first, he came out second, and he came out third. So take a breath in And breathe in the pictures of those cards, breathe in the essence of those cards. And asking those guides and those helpers to work through this with you. Definitely for the next 2 weeks, until the essence of the full moon arrives again. Oh, I hear noise. Let's look up because there's owls here and buzzards. So, I know I'm not your average tarot reader or healer, but trying is part of the fun, isn't it? And we all have to try and try again. That is what we're here for. This big earth of ours is a school. So take a breath in now. And take the energy of this healing and this reading, the beech tree, the woodland spirits, down into your core, into your essence. Remember, don't ever lose hope. Hope sustains you. Hope gives that little glimmer, and I've just seen a white feather fall down. So the angels are here and the fairies are here. Hope gets you through the day. You know, tomorrow is always another day, and it's always a fresh start. So if you wake up in the morning and you're all doom and gloom, cancel, clear, delete, as my friend Shaman Isabella from Orange County Healing Centre always says. And live your life as best as you can, because in this shell of a body, you only get one chance. And if you don't learn those lessons, apparently we come back again. But every day you get a new chance, even every hour, as the time turns, the wheel turns, the day turns. We get chances every day to renew and to start again. So I'm just going to place my hands on your shoulders now, and I'm going to ground the energy of this woodland glade into you and the hope of the renewal. To put one step in front of the other each day and send that energy down, down and down. I'm just going to place my hands on your feet, and I'm going to draw some symbols from the Reiki Seikum Chokeray, and I'm going to draw an abundant symbol into them now. Mara and another chokeray. So that is for abundance and that is for grounding. Breathe in and release, and thank you for watching. Bye bye now.